Hello and welcome, my name's Jessica Rose, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make a stretchy elastic bracelet. I'm joined by my lovely assistant Harry, who is also making one of these today because this is a lovely project to do with children as well as adults, and we often make these together, so we thought we'd come and show you how to do them. They're a great project for beginners. You need almost nothing, just a selection of beads and some stretchy elastic. So let's get started. So you can see down here some examples of the bracelets you can make. Here's a children's size one, and of course we want to make sure that they can be nice and stretchy and go over their hands, and an adult size one as well. And you can do lots of different designs, and I've got a selection of beads to work with as well. So I've got my stretchy elastic. One of the important things to work out is how thick you want your elastic. This is quite a thin elastic. It's 0.5 millimeters thick, which means lots of beads will fit over it. But if you are working with a thicker elastic, you need beads with bigger holes in. So that's just something to have a think about, especially for children. You might have pony beads or those kind of things, and you can use much thicker elastic then. So what I'm going to do is just cut a nice generous length off. You can use scissors. I've got my cutters. That looks awesome, Harry. Careful you don't drop it though. Keep it on your mat. Good job. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut it off. It's actually easier to cut with scissors, but such a jeweler, always have pliers to hand. So now I'm going to thread on a bead to begin with. And I'm just going to thread it on a little bit down, probably about 5 or 6 centimeters down, and I'm going to tie a knot around the bead. So this bead I can move off at a later date, but for now I'm just using it as my stopper. And this is great for if you're doing it with children, because I will give something like this to Harry and then he can go ahead and string on any beads he likes. But they do come off, so you have to be super careful. That's okay, keep going. So here you can have my one. There you go. And we'll start again. So I'm just going to thread it on. That is the main challenge with doing it with children, is that they sometimes don't quite get the concept of keeping it on, but we will get there. So I'm going to do one knot and another knot. I don't want it to be too tight because I am going to take it off towards the end. So now I can go ahead and thread on all of my beads. And if you've got a selection of beads, you might want to pop them on your mat and choose a pattern or a design that you like. So I've got these really lovely green ones, some white ones, some crystal ones. You've got some lovely beads as well, don't you, Harry? Got some labradorite, the blue ones. You've got some pearls, and you've got some golden ones. So obviously you can pick any beads that you like. Oh, they are quartz. They are very pretty ones as well. So I'm going to go ahead and just work my way through, really simple, threading it on until I have the length, the desired length that I want to use for my bracelet. So I'm going to go ahead and carry on with that, and I will show you how to do the end once it is finished. That's it. Keep going. Remember, keep it down on the mat. That looks so pretty. If one of them isn't working, you can try another one, because some of them have bigger holes.
The same,
one of them's got a bigger hole.
This one doesn't work.
Oh, okay. Leave that one at the side then. We don't need that. Doing an awesome job. Did you catch it?
Yeah.
Good job.
I didn't actually catch it, landing right there.
In your lap. Well done. Keep going.
didn't. Then was over.
I like all the colours in your one. Super pretty. Awesome. I think you're more than halfway there now.
That one was crazy. That's got the biggest hole ever.
Okay, so now that I've gone along and I think I've got enough beads on my one, bar the first bead, I'm just going to test it out before I commit to that length by just holding it together and trying it on. And I'm pretty happy with that. Once that's tied, that's going to be a really nice length for me. So what I'm going to do now is ignore that first bead. And essentially I'm just tying knots, and there's all different ways to do this, but I like to do 4 or 5 knots in a row that get progressively tighter. So I'm going to start with just one knot, just a classic knot. Then next round I'm going to pull a second knot and I'm going to pull it that little bit tighter. And I do want to start kind of putting a bit of pressure on it now. Now, just a word of warning, it is possible that they can all ping off at this stage, so just be a little bit careful. Obviously, if they do, we just start again, but the more you do them, the more you get used to it. And you kind of get used to the pressure that they can take. Then I'm going to go for my third knot. Look awesome, Harry. And my other beads come off, that's fine. And I'm just going to do 1 or 2 more. Now I'm putting quite a lot of pressure on it, and I can even test it and make sure that it's not going to break. And just one final knot, because I've got quite thin elastic, so I can get away with quite a few knots in there. Then what you could do, if you want it super strong, if you're selling your work and you want it to last a long time, you could put a dab of super glue or araldite glue in there, wait 24 hours for it to dry, and then cut off the ends. But because we are here now and we're moving forwards with it and not too precious about it, I'm just going to go ahead and cut off any excess elastic with my scissors or my side cutters. And there we go. We have a stretchy elastic all done. And we're going to finish Harry's as well now. Well done. This looks amazing. These ones are quite fiddly, aren't they?
Well, the first 2 were easy peasy.
Yeah. Okay, so we're just going to check it against your wrist. So put your wrist on there. That's it. Oh, it's a tiny bit. We need just a couple more. Just going to add a couple more on. What ones do you want? One of these?
Yeah.
Nice and big. And choose 2 more.
These 2.
Awesome.
Mine's not falling off.
No, let's test it again. one last bead. We need a nice big one, or medium one at least.
This is,
What about the gold one?
yeah. One of the medium ones.
This one? Okay. All right, let's test it on your wrist. Pop your wrist on there. And we're just going to check it's going to go all the way around. Perfect fit. So I'm going to go ahead and tie the knot for you. So I do recommend that you have an adult tie the knot, just to save some of the disappointment. So I'm doing exactly the same again. 4 or 5 knots in a row. Careful, sweetheart. Again, just testing it as you go, gradually making it stronger and stronger, the pressure you're putting on the knot. And then, like I said, you can use a little bit of super glue, or you can just cut those ends off. And these make a great activity for a children's party, or just something to do after school. And here you go. Do you want to try your one on, Harry?
Yeah.
That's it. Oh.
Could it fit, is it so straight, can it fit through your head?
No, it's not big enough for your head. Put all of your fingers through, and there we go. Perfect. And shall I try my one on? And show it to the camera? That's it. Pop it on here. And there we go. Some lovely stretchy elastic bracelets that you can make for children or for adults. A really fun project to do together. Easy peasy. If you enjoyed this video, do give it a like and please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you would like to find out more about our free online courses and join our community, visit us at jewellersacademy.com.